Hi, this is the first update since we finished the Get Your Power workshop, Get Your Power Back workshop in Thailand, Kolipe. I'm in Hungary right now, staying at my mom's place. Yeah, this is 1 week after, so it's 27th of May today. And yeah, life is not the same as it was before, that's for sure. It was so quiet and peaceful for up to yesterday, and yesterday was a big storm here emotionally, what I went through. And I wanted to do a video yesterday, but I just didn't feel that I could make it. I didn't feel that I understood. I still not. I'm getting it. You know, it's funny. Well, let's summarize the what's happened. I had a little conflict, but I think it's all started like it's going back to the ego, where it's saying it's like, you know, eating the healthy way, and you know, it's and keep this body healthy as possible, as long as possible, and which is good. It's from the mind perspective, it's great, but for the heart, which operates on emotions, is not so great. And I don't get it. I didn't get it. I'm getting it. So what's happened is, in the morning I had a conflict with my older daughter Rami, and well, she was arguing and dominating her little sister Mia, and I just couldn't, you know, hold my breath on that, and I expressed my feelings, let's say that, and she was crying and she didn't understand what's going on. I told her, like, you know, however you will react to others, you know, that's what you will get back. Well, anyhow, I went down to the kitchen after. I've been doing some painting works in the bathroom, painting the walls and the ceiling. So after that I went down to the kitchen, have the breakfast, and I seen the kids was eating chocolate for breakfast, and all sorts of processed food, and I just said it's enough. And I left the kitchen, and I did say something to my mom, and which I shouldn't probably at the time. But anyway, I kept quiet after that all day almost, and being in my mind, and you know, going into the emotions deep as possible. How did I feel, and what was the reactions, and what is the meaning? Like, you know, it's if you have this possibilities to try, that's why we come here, you know, to have experiences. But is it for suffering? I just cannot. You know, and I know that, you know, it's eating the bad stuff is not right, and it will cause suffering. And Johnny gave me the answer after that it's just for now, and they will try it, they will experience this, you know, and they're going through these experiences, eating this kind of food. However, I want to, you know, force them not to eat them. This is just the feminine energy wants to try, you know, it's whatever we hear, you know, if we hear, so we want to try everything, and that's the feminine. It's like all these movements and and you know, the feelings, you know, good or bad, it doesn't matter. They want to go through this. And of course, you know, from my side, from the awareness, it's which sees that it's not going to be good. It just, and I want to say that, and I can't, because they just don't get it. You know, the kids, they are in their heart and they just can't get it. They just go and follow their emotions, the feelings, and it's just for them. It's that's it. That's everything. So, and of course, it's like, you know, if I'm not. You know, accept that, it will cause trouble, you know, sooner or later, you know, they will reject me, and that's, again, it's you know, that's not what I want. So I have to accept whatever they want and just love them and hate them. Or hate what they're doing. And it's funny, but it wasn't funny yesterday. I was crying, I was depressed, I was like, I just, the whole day went. And yes, but now I'm closer than I ever been to understand the feminine, to understand the woman, to understand how the heart works through the emotions. And my point, the awareness, the mind, is to show them the two sides of the coin, that what they do is okay, but to live on that, it may be not so okay. So, and that's the point, to find the balance in everything and enjoy life while know that you will get the best out of it. So, and I believe they do that naturally. So they eat the food what, you know, my mom prepare for them with her heart, and that's what they follow. And they're not following my, you know, food. And suddenly, you know, or certainly they will, when I will create the food more from the heart than from the mind, which is, I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. So I'm still like coming from the fear that yes, it's not right, but it is right, and it's not right or wrong. It's just these movements, this joy, this play, and which includes everything. It can cause suffering, it can cause all these disasters, everything. So and my job here is to be a part of this and just stand still when the storm is here. So it's an interesting journey, and surely the workshop helped a lot to come through this and take it easy and getting to the understanding. So I'm so proud still, and I feel that it's more coming, and it's changing my reality, changing my behavior, and changing my perception on everything. Yes, there's another good thing is like what I went through on the workshop is what other people think about me. And first time in my life I've been sunbathing naked in the garden, and I wasn't, you know, thinking what others will say, or if my mom will see me, what she will think, you know. And it's, yeah, it was great. And less things keeps holding me back. Although my wife Jenny said something about this, it's don't do it from the mind, do it from the heart. So when you feel right, it's right, but when you don't feel right, don't do it. So it was good for me, but maybe for my mom, because she's afraid what maybe neighbors will, you know, tell, because she's living here, so I cannot destroy, you know, her atmosphere. However, she lives with the neighbors or anybody, and so if somebody saw me like and sunbathing naked, it's maybe not the best idea. So living in balance and living from the heart truly is the key. Follow your heart and your feelings. So if it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, if it's a thought afterwards, if you start thinking about it, forget it. Just go instant. If you feel it, do it. If you don't think about it. Or if you think about it, forget it, because you're not in the moment. So that's my update and perceptions and my advice, maybe. So yeah, thank you very much, and thank you again, and I love you.